What is going on, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of the Parlay Ole Bets Best Bets Show. I am your host, Andrew Wade. I am the owner of the Parlay Ole Bets Discord and excited to be back for another day. Today, we have a much bigger slate than we did yesterday. Yesterday's results, not good. We went 0-2 on our free plays, which brings us to a YouTube record of 47-23. Our overall profit and loss is 40.97 units. So as you can see, I tried to give you the best plays I can, which generally is a mix of what lines are still available now versus what do I like kind of the most and can walk you through on the show. The most value you're going to get is actually being in the Discord where I can give you plays at a moment's notice, or when injuries come out later on in the day, I can drop some plays for you there as well that have significant value. So with that being said, we're going to give you 3 plays today. We have first kicking off, and some of these lines moved a little bit since I posted them, but I still am okay with the lines of where they are. But we're going to start with Colin Murray Boyles over 5.5 rebounds. I'm okay at minus 140, minus 146. The Discord got it, I think, minus 110. Actually, maybe even better than that. I think it might have been plus money last night. But Colin Murray Boyles over 5.5 rebounds, minus 146. You look at this trending number, you're like, what in the hell is he talking about, right? Well, the big thing here, we got to take into fact that Jacob Poeltl is out, okay? So when you see him out of the game, he averages 6.7 rebounds on 14.1 rebound chances. Now you're looking at playing a Thunder team. Likely, I would say likely without Chet, which is a decent advantage there. Isaiah Hartenstein was on a minutes restriction, so you have some opportunities there. But really what I'm looking at here is the offensive rebounds allowed. And when you factor in favorable there, you get a pretty fantastic curve here where you see 8.6 rebounds on 16 rebound chances. You're seeing other bigs, right, hit these lines against the Thunder. Bobby Portis, which is, I would say, probably the most applicable player to him here. Naz Reid, even at 7 board. Jaren Jackson, who is basically allergic to rebounding, had some boards here. Santi on the same day had 7. So you start seeing some more of those hits there against the Thunder, who, while they do have 2 bigs, can allow a decent amount of offensive rebounds to opposing teams. And then you're looking at even like the last 5, the last 10, the last 15, still very strong offensive rebound allowed numbers. So even with some of the lineup changes, we're seeing that kind of come through pretty quickly. So I really like Colin Murray Boyles at over 5.5 rebounds. I also laddered him with his points because if you look at this as well, if you're looking at the all-time offensive rebounds allowed and look at his points, right, a lot of those offensive boards turning into production as well. We're seeing some pretty high numbers here. You could sprinkle in a double-double. That was plus 1,000 last night, still plus 1,000 on DraftKings, which is fantastic. So that's my first play for the day. My second play, and this also has moved a little bit, but I still like it, is Jalen Johnson over 7.5 assists. I'm fine at minus 146. Discord got it, I believe, minus 120, if I remember correctly. Coming off a few things here, right? So loses by last game against the Nets, who are actually kind of a decent defensive team. 13 potential assists, only 4 conversions, 68 passes made. These pass numbers are absolutely absurd, though, right? We're seeing 68, 98, 89, 98, 89, 65, 72, 64, 80, and 68. That is actually insane. You look at the last 10 game sample size, 16.7 potential assist, 72.3 passes, 8.6 assists. What I like though about this, if you look at the max here within the season, right, averaging 8.1 assists, averaging 14.7 potentials, then you look at position assist, and we see those numbers jump up quite a bit. 16.1 potentials, 8.6 assists, 68 passes. Let's take out Trae Young. That helps out a little bit as well. We see that bump up quite a bit, right? So we see 8.8, 16.7, 69.5. We also saw CJ McCollum go into the starting lineup as well. So we're seeing against more passing there as well. And then if you look at points in the paint, we see that number still very high for potential assists. You look at transition, you're seeing 18.9 potential assists and 9.4 assists. Again, just kind of playing around some of these filters. And you see the Wizards' last 2 games, 16 potentials, 7 actual assists, 21 potentials, and 12 assists. 80 passes made. So this to me, the numbers are just too strong to support this. Jalen Johnson over 7.5 assists coming off a down game versus the Nets. I like him to bounce back here against a Wizards team that just bleeds assists to pretty much everyone. The final play of the day is going to be Zion Williamson over 3.5 assists. I laddered this in the Discord, but as we generally do, we're just giving out straights here. So the straight is going to be over 3.5 assists. The two big things that are going to be here is going to be the fact that Trey Murphy is out. You see a bump up here, 7.6 potential assist, 4.4 assist, a bump up in passes as well at 6.4. So I like to see that. Again, you see how he's played against, right, the Warriors. 10 potentials, 4 assists without Trey Murphy. So I'd like to see those numbers strong like that too. And then you look at those favorable isolation, basically, how do they handle isolation players? You see some more assist opportunities there as well, 10 and 8 on decent passing numbers. I'm just going to take a quick look at straight betting here as well and pull up the New Orleans Pelicans. That was not what I meant to do. New Orleans Pelicans without Trey Murphy on the court. Let's see what we got here. We see Zion jump up by 0.3 without Trey Murphy on the court. Let's take off a few other guys. Let's take off. Let me see. Where else? Alvarado. What do we got here? And we see in those minutes without them on the court, Zion Williamson plus 0.6 assists more per 30 minutes in these games. So then let's take a look here. Let's say, what do we have for Zion in the last couple games for minutes? 33, 30, 33. Sounds like competitive games are going to be around 32, 33. Projecting at 4.4. So to me, it's a strong play playing that over 3.5 assists here as well at the minus 118. So those are the 3 plays I have for you today. We have Colin Murray-Boyles over 5.5 rebounds, Jalen Johnson over 7.5 assists, and Zion Williamson over 3.5 assists for today. Hopefully go 3-0 and turn our record to 50-23. And if you like the content I'm providing for you all, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure to follow us on Discord as well. The link will be in the bio, and it'll show you how you can get access to all of our plays for just $12.50 that first month and $25 each month after that. As I mentioned yesterday, we are on an absolute tear. Won 30 units the past 7 days between me and Matt, our golf capper. So that's what I got for you. Have a fantastic Tuesday, y'all, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.